Hey. Hey, I don't know what the fuck that was. Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Shannon Shook, and welcome to episode number 10, right? Yeah, 10 of Katawa Shoujo. We're back. It's really quiet right now because there's no sound, and that bothers me. But, you know, that's how it do. So we're just going to real quickly wrap up what happened last time, which was... Yes, we turned down the option of going for what was gonna be going for in the last episode. So we decided to not do that and decided to move on and go do something else. We're gonna do other things instead. Come on, you can't be doing that. It's too much time. There's not enough time. Shut up. Whatever point is. We said no, and then we moved on, and then apparently my nose is acting up. Damn it. And then we went back to the class, and Emmy and Ren, we met Emmy and Ren. We went up and had lunch. That was cool. We became buddies. It's all great. Anyway, the afternoon class passes. Once again, I find myself without a plan for something to do after school, so I head to the library to return a couple of books I finished reading. Walking inside, I see that there are about as many students here as there were on Tuesday. All the more evident from the total silence enveloping the room. It is really quiet, and it's bothering me. Okay, well, you didn't... Shit. As I drop the books I borrowed into the return slot on the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging they make as they hit the trolley next to her. Oh, sorry, Yuko, I didn't mean to startle you. No, that is fine. It happens. It happens a lot. Yeah. Can I help you? It's okay. I think I know where everything is. Thanks anyway, though. I suppose I'll grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do, and after reading so much during my stay at the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. I wander down to the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. As I do, I look over to the corner where Hanako and I had been the last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Surprisingly, though, she's there. Why is that surprising? Absorbed completely in a fairly thick book, I decided against intruding on her like last time and get back to finding reading material. After an indiscernible amount of time spent perusing the aisles, I finally decided on a couple of books to get and slide them off the shelf. With a minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter, check out my books, and pop them in my bag as I walk out. By the time I leave the main building, sunset isn't too far away. A small trickle of students remain, but the majority have left, presumably to their homes and dorms. I guess I need to buy some supplies. Can't live off cafeteria food and eating out for my entire stay here. As I leave for the gate, I make a few loud stretches to try and stave off the tiredness that's accumulated over the week. Okay, so, quick fourth wall break here real quick. I actually, the other day when I finished recording the last episode, I actually went to go look up and make sure I knew all the steps I needed to go to make sure we go through a certain route and not through a different route. I think we're on the rightish track, but I've either played through or watched all of the different routes at least multiple times, except for Shiznae's. I think Shiznae's I've only seen once. But all of the other ones I've seen minimum of 2 times each. So they're all, I still remember bits and pieces. I'm this seems like this should go here, and that should go there, and this would lead to that, and I can never remember. So, again, everyone voted, and the general consensus, and by general consensus I mean literally everyone said Hanako. So, that's what I'm trying to do. If I fuck up for some reason, again, I looked it up, so I think I know every which way we need to go. If I somehow fuck up and end up getting a different route, I apologize. But, I think we're on the right track. I can never... God damn it, it's confusing to me. There's too much shit going on, okay? My brain is weak and the body is willing. What? I mean... As I leave for the gate, I make a few loud stretches to try and stave off the tiredness that's accumulated over the week. After passing through and around the corner, though, I see a solitary figure walking downhill towards the small town below. The color of her hair and tapping of her cane are unmistakable. I quickly walk up to her, which seems to catch her attention without a word needing to be said. Hi, Lily. She takes a moment to place the voice, quickly adjusting her head to face a bit more towards the source of my voice as she does. So? Yep. That's me! She seems to have a good memory for voices. The fact that she actually remembered is a pleasant surprise. Good evening. What brings you here? Once again, she gives a small, polite bow. And once again, I reply in kind before realizing I didn't really need to do so. Just going into town. You? My, what a coincidence. Hey, what a coincidence. I don't... Fucking goddamn. Doing the same thing, eh? I usually go shopping on Fridays. She pauses for a moment, suddenly looking a little lost. That said, Hanako usually comes to town with me. Ah, not lost, but worried. The two do seem to keep pretty close tabs on one another. It's kind of surprising that Hanako would just forget Lily like that. I noticed her reading in the library. She probably just got caught up in a book. She lets out a small sigh of relief. Thank you. She has a habit of doing that. Avid reader? Right. She doesn't like being around crowds of people, so reading away from everyone lets her relax for a bit. Although she probably didn't intend it, I can't help but grimace as I recall my first meeting with her. Hardly wanting to bring it up, I remain silent as we continue to walk down the quiet road. With the road bereft of cars and the students of Yamaku increasingly far behind us, the quiet rustling of the leaves and measured tapping of Lily's cane against the sidewalk are all that can be heard. It's kind of nice, especially compared to the hustle and bustle where I used to live. Before I know it, I've relaxed so much that a loud yawn escapes before I can control it. Tired? Yeah, I've been running ragged these past few days. That's an understatement to be sure. Transferring into a different school would be bad enough, but nothing like this. Well, hopefully everything will... Damn it. Well, hopefully everything should settle... Why do I keep trying to put a fucking H in there? Why? Shannon, why are you doing that? We're not doing Sean Connery here. Just calm down. It's not that serious. Well, hopefully everything should settle down for you. The festival's got everyone in a spin right now, and you've been plucked right in the middle of things. Why, Lily? Your voice? For a moment I hesitate, but given her apparent tolerance for frankness, I decide to give my full thoughts. I guess. Yamaku's kind of different, though. I mean, the formality surrounding everything. The isolation around it. Not to mention the most obvious difference. It's kind of a whole different mindset. I suppose I'll get used to it in time, though. She gives a matter-of-fact nod, apparently pleased with my answer. It feels almost as if she's included me in the flock of students she's shepherding along with the class 3-2 in Hanako. Well, not that I mind. It's nice to get my thoughts up. It's nice to get the thoughts off my chest in any case. Looking on the bright side, one could see it as a chance for a new beginning. You should cherish the ability to make new friends. That's optimistic. Nonetheless, it's good to have a positive attitude about such things, I suppose. I guess that's a good take on it. Walking on down the road, she seems to become somewhat unsettled. Before I can ask what's on her mind, she seems to collect herself and speaks up about something else. So, where in town were you going? It's actually a pretty good question. I'd come in to buy food, but the layout of the place is totally foreign to me. I'd intended to just wander around and see what I can find, but with the sunset already approaching and nightfall not too far away, it doesn't seem very wise. I'm gonna have to ask her for directions. Again. You know it's bad when you're asking the blind person for directions. I was just gonna go get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't really know the way. Well, now, this is quite lucky. Well, look. Hi, he's lucky there. Okay, no, that's... Nope. I was just about to go to the convenience store myself. Looks like I'll be in your care again, then. Thanks. Together we walk to the store. My pace is carefully slow to remain beside her. Compared to my usual walking pace, hers is quite a bit slower. Quite a bit slower. There you go. Nice one, Shannon. You got this. Not that it's without reason. After what couldn't be more than several minutes, I catch sight of our objective. This town really is pretty small. Stop at that 7-Eleven. You go get, like, a corn dog and a Pepsi. Maybe, like, a couple packs of top ramen. Do what you gotta do, son. Without further ado, we make our way inside with a greeting from the counter. Mind if I tag along with you? Usually Hanako would help me, but seeing as she's not here. It takes me a moment before I realize what she means. Considering she wouldn't be able to read any of the labels, shopping without any help would be a pretty big pain for her. That said, I can't shake the feeling that she's had this idea since I said I was coming here. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. I grab 2 well-used red baskets from the small stack behind the entrance, handing one to Lily. She lays it on the ground, putting her school bag in, retracting her cane and sliding it through the basket's handles before picking it back up with her right hand. Wait, if she doesn't use her cane... Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. Before I can complete the thought, she comes beside me and pinches the cuff of my uniform with her slender fingers. Is this all right? Yeah, sure. I have no reason not to accept. I can think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding on to me, even if it's out of necessity. We navigate our way through the store, with not one of the occasional passing customers seeming to bat an eyelid. Considering how close Yamaku is, I guess seeing students from there must be entirely normal for local residents. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily to find out what she needs. I grab it along with what I'm looking for and put our items in their respective baskets. I guess this is the same routine she and Hanako follow every Friday. Right. All that's left is the bread, and that should be my shopping done. Anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go, then. With a quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way out to the registers. The line, thankfully, is almost non-existent. It's not long before we both paid for our food and are out the door. As Lily retrieves her cane and extends it to full length, I waste a minute looking upwards towards the night sky while holding both of our bags. For a moment, I try to make clouds with my breath, but the summer's heat doesn't seem to cooperate. Eventually, she rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bag and leaving me to my 2. You tired as well? The festival preparations have been complete chaos. Shizne breathing down my neck doesn't exactly help things either. Hey, she's only trying to get everything organized. Better now than later, right? I suppose. I'm going to enjoy relaxing in town tomorrow, that's for certain. For certain. God damn it. I guess the festival preparations must be taking their toll on both of them. We walk out to into the quiet street, talking between ourselves as we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Wait, what's that? I noticed a very distinctive figure making its way towards us, silhouetted by street lamps. For a second, I think it's another male student from my class, but as he, or should I say she, gets closer, I recognize her pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm just over here. How you doing? Rin, what are you doing out here so late? Rin? Damn it. Lily perks her head, looking like she's trying to focus on listening more keenly. It suddenly comes to me that I should probably interpret the scene for her. It's Rin, Tezuka, I think was her last name, from our school. She stiffens at the name and gives a complicated-looking expression, something like a forced fusion of composed smile and painful cringe. Ah, I understand. I guess Lily knows Rin, too. Yeah, I just know everybody. I'm just chilling. How you doing? You come here often? I don't. Where is here? Rin turns to look at us, looking terribly out of it. I'm not entirely sure if she recognizes either of us, or at least she doesn't acknowledge it if she does. She looks like a zombie. Or a statue. Or a statue of a zombie. Or a zombie of a No, okay. But slowly, some symptoms of understanding seem to lighten her eyes. This is something she must react to. Rin blinks once, very thoroughly. Hello. There's an awkward pause, everyone waiting for someone else to say something. What are you doing here this late? I was wondering about that myself, too. Just now. Some people ask that... Sorry. Again, I love this one. Some people... Damn it. Some people asked that just before. I assume they were wondering the same. I didn't know. They didn't know either. I asked, that's why I'm wondering. So that's pretty much it. It's a murder mystery, but, like, without a murder. They were going that way. She turns facing to her right in order to demonstrate the direction the other people went to as if it was important, then rotates back like a mechanical puppet in one of those very overly complicated clockworks. For a person who gives an impression of being the quiet type, Rin really does use up a lot of words to say things that don't need a lot to be said. Unsure if she's finished, I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. I think that both of us are, in fact, just scared that any response might provoke her to continue. Our stupefied lack of reaction doesn't faze Rin at all. She keeps looking at us expectantly, a calm hint of expression on her blank face. She seems to be that kind of a person, always just so relaxed. As if a bull elephant-grade sedatives were flowing in her veins in place of blood. Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having anything of the sort, though. No, I don't think it's that. The other passerbys were probably just worried, though. You do look really lost, the way you're standing in the middle of the street. Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some other kind of pose in that case. I pondered for a while whether I should chase this angle further or give up for the sake of my own sanity. I decided on the latter. It seems that most of the time it's better to not read too deeply into what Rin is babbling about. Talking with Rin is like playing chess with a supercomputer who does seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that, except with human interaction. And even if I win, it feels like I'm losing. Damn, it's just like Kenji said. Even when I win, I lose. Is this the power of the girls of Yamako? It's real. It's an elaborate conspiracy. I pushed the thought aside as too dangerous to consider. Further, there we go. Nope, shit. It's probably just Kenji's anti-female propaganda getting to me during a moment of weakness. Yeah, maybe taking another pose might have worked. So, anyway, you have no idea what you're doing here? She frowns, looking extremely displeased at either my question, its consequences, or the answer she's about to give. I do have some idea. I can't really tell what kind of an idea. Well, that sounds like progress, at least. Lily sounds as if she's spotted an opening for some kind of discernibly normal conversation. I can't say I share her optimism. Yeah, there is some. Definitely. The rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have reasons. The ensuing silence kills Lily's hopes all too visibly. That didn't last long. Rin's, as far as I can tell unbased assurances aside, what should be done? We could just leave her to our own devices, whatever those are, but it's late and I don't think we'll be getting any thanks if Rin is found standing here in the middle of the night. Which she probably will, unless she manages to remember what she was doing here in the first place. As for me trying to guess what might have been going on in her mind when she decided to embark on this adventure, the chances seem to be on par with winning the lottery. Several times in a row. Lily is oddly quiet too. I appreciate some support from the sidelines here. Or I'd appreciate some support from the sidelines here, especially if she's more familiar with Rin than I am. But it can't be helped. It seems her familiarity with Rin is exactly why she's staying subdued. So, I assume you were going somewhere, not coming back to school? Any idea where? Her eyes widen in shock and she jolts back in a somewhat artificial way, making it seem like an act rehearsed for situations like this. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique. No, what? Why would you think that? You knew what I was doing. You knew where I was gonna be. You knew... I'm sorry. I was just an educated guess. We walked the same street in the other direction just before to get to the store. If you were going to school, we would have met you on the way. Oh. She looks a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Rin appears to be quick to jump to completely irrational conclusions. Maybe it's something in the water here. I'd make a mental note to stock up on soft drinks. You know, that is the second time this week that someone asked if I was a mind reader. Do I really give off that impression? Rin shrugs her shoulders, which is all the answer I get. You know, maybe you should come back with us to... Maybe you should come with us back to the school. Lily interjects just as about to further debunk my alleged mind-reading capabilities. She sounds rather concerned, the paper-thin smile on her face badly disguising that fact. Maybe she came to the same conclusion as I did. For everyone's sake, I decide to let the mind-reading topic drop, and it's entirely inane anyway. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, there's no point in staying here. Rin considers the rather simple deduction for a moment, then nods. Okay. We start towards the school again, having wasted way more time than necessary with this episode. Rin walks along the edge of the sidewalk in her rhythmic way, looking like a mix of sleepwalker and rope dancer, while Lily keeps one hand on my shoulder, tapping at the ground with her cane. tapping at the ground with her cane. Tap, step, tap. No, tap, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, step. You can't just put that many words like that. I don't know how to read. I am a stupid person. Apart from that and a few fragmented beginnings of conversation, it's quiet. A quiet part, apart from relaxing, from the relaxing part. Excuse me while I take about 45 minutes to figure out what the fuck's going on with me. Jesus. Apart from that and a few fragmented beginnings of conversation, it's quiet. A quiet quite apart from the relaxing one into town. At that. And we're back. God damn. So, how's the mural going? We're gonna get bad luck. Never talk about works in progress. Well, I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Bad luck. Tap, step, tap, step. She doesn't care to talk about it. Lily's politeness feels out of place for the first time. Step, step, step. The hill Yamaku rests on top of is surprisingly steep, going uphill. We slow the pace, but I feel my pulse rising and breathing getting heavier. Almost there. I can see the gates already. More than that, though, I notice that Lily's hand slightly tightens on my shoulder. Interpreting it as a gesture that she wants to ask something, I speak up. Anything wrong, Lily? I resist the urge to say, aside from our traveling companion, but only just. For a moment, she seems to debate whether she should even bring it up, but goes for it anyway. Is everything alright? Alright? How do you mean? The fact I can't interpret her incredibly vague question puts her off for a second. It's just, you seem unusually tired, I guess. Now that she brings it up, I notice that my breathing is strangely heavy. The uphill walk has really done a job on me. Lily noticed it all too quickly. Ooh, shit. Fuck. Again, I'm going through my best memory here. I'm pretty sure it's better if we're just up in front, like, hey, it's, I could be in a better way, but I'm not. You know? We're going with it. At this point, like, it's one of those things where, like, I definitely want to give everyone what they're looking for, but my brain is retarded. I have the memory of a goldfish. And not like a smart goldfish, like one that got hit in the head with a rock at one point. And is still somehow alive, but with the mental capacities of a goldfish that got hit in the head with a rock. It's alright, I just need to catch my breath. My condition isn't the best these days. Oh. Is it something that is related to you being transferred here? I mean... She cuts herself off rather abruptly, maybe realizing she was being a bit intrusive. Her instincts are sharp, though, and while I don't like the subject, it's not like I should lie about it. If it's Lily, I don't think I mind. I'm just a little weak for the time being. Hanako said you look fairly healthy, so I naturally thought... Lily doesn't finish her sentence again, letting it trail off with a measure of concern. As she furrows her brow, Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me to say at least something to ease her feelings. It's surprising she's this flustered, considering how her straightforward attitude with her own blindness. She must know that not all share her own comfort about such things. No, it's okay. I have a pretty... I guess the best way to put it would be messed up heart. Arrhythmia. I had a bad heart attack a while ago because of it, and spent most of the spring in the hospital. Ended in Yamaku on doctor's orders. She silently nods her head in acknowledgement. My answer, though, only seems to make Lily furrow her brow even further. She doesn't seem to quite know how to react, given we don't really know each other that well. I can't really fault her for it, given I have the exact same reaction. To my surprise, in a moment's time, her face shows that she comes to some sort of a realization. Wait, so the time when Emmy and you collided in the hallway? I grimace slightly. Her ability to connect the dots quite so fast is unexpected. Yeah, I guess I'm a textbook example of why those rules about running the corridors exist. That was a lot more dry than I intended. Lily visibly shies away from continuing the topic. While I do want to assuage her concern, I really don't want to dwell on this either. Don't worry about it. I try to offer a reassuring smile, but then I realize the futility. Without knowing this, Lily smiles at me reassuringly, but doesn't say anything further. Arriving at the dorms, Rin stops in front of her mural as if lightning struck her. She'd been so quiet for almost all the week back that I had all forgotten that. Okay. It's Friday, isn't it? Yes, it's Friday. Sorry. Yes, Friday the 8th June. This is bad. It's all bad. Oh God, it's all gone pear-shaped. Bad? Or bad? Why? I think I'm gonna go into a fetal position and throw up. Possibly in reverse order. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. It's Friday and nothing is wrong yet. This mural is gonna need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs or like a time machine? This is not good. Not good. So she's behind her schedule, recalling Shiznae's exasperation at Rin's carefree attitude several days ago. I don't know what to think. She's left herself open for a "I told you so" unless she can pull off whatever she needs to pull off by Sunday morning. Rin keeps staring at her mural, looking as mortified as she can. Leave me. I'm gonna need to work for a while. I glance at Lily, expecting her to share an incredulous look with me as I roll my eyes, but I realize she's not one to do that sort of thing. Leave me. Oh, Rin, no. We do, of course, not wanting to aggravate her any more than she already is. There's a churning bad feeling in my gut. Rin sure has a knack for making people feel worried about her. She seems like a person who should never be left alone. Maybe we should call some... Yeah, no, why was I... No, what? No, Shannon, you idiot. Why were you about to, be like, oh, well, that's not my thing. You shut up, that is that voice. Shit's me. God damn it. Maybe we should call someone. She sounded like she was going into shock or something. I'm sure she'll be just fine. She's just how to say... Lily cocks her head a little, trying to find a polite way of calling Rin crazy without calling her crazy. Unique? Yes, a very unique person. I guess you could say that. She giggles at the notion melodiously, nodding in agreement. There we go. Sorry about leaving you stranded as you talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance. Some, I guess, was right. Lily offers a slight apologetic smile as if she was sorry that her own shortcomings have prevented her from becoming closer to Rin. I'm not one to blame her at all. Lily lets slip a long breath, probably a disguised yawn. I imagine she's exhausted by all this as I am. I'd better leave now and give these things to Hanako. Thank you for the company, Asao. She smiles very sweetly at me. It feels different than the normal, despite the fact that she seems to be smiling so often. I can't put my finger on what the difference is. It's just different. Relaxed, I'd say, but that's probably just relief over getting rid of Rin. Maybe. Yeah, good night. Say hi to Hanako for me. I will. Good night. Her lunch first and makes a contented noise. Ah, that was good. As she busies herself with cleaning up her lunch, Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Sorry. With a flourish, she reaches into her bag and removes a trio of juice boxes. Give me my juice box. Put the straw in the box. It is some grape in my juice box.